Hello friends, I've got a +1 MMR trick for you here. If your carry starts with a Quelling Blade, or if you've watched some videos on this channel and you're starting with a Quelling Blade, instead of just waiting around, we've talked about some trees you can cut, some over here. Let me add another. On the outpost, over here, let's come over here. If you cut this tree, well actually first, let's not cut the tree. This is what your outpost usually sees. It has vision in this whole circle, however these trees block its vision. Let's make use of that. If you cut this tree on the Radiant, hey, look at that. You can now see the small camp. This is really useful at the start of the game because you could use a tango, but, you know, at the start of the game, you're full health, so it's kind of a waste. And if you're playing the lane, it's kind of awkward to run all the way over here and cut this tree. And at that point, you already know if the camp is here. So if you cut it with the Quelling Blade, now you can play the lane. At 1 minute, you can check your minimap, you can look over, and you can see if the camp spawned. If it didn't spawn, it means the enemy blocked it somehow, and so you're going to have to de-block it. And we already have a video on it, but I'll go ahead and mention it here. If you're cutting this tree already, might as well ask your carry to cut this tree as well. It's going to make unblocking this camp a little easier. It's possible without cutting that tree, but it's just harder. I think that's another +1 MMR video we did. Now let's come up to the Dire side. The Dire, you actually have to cut 2 trees. So here's the outpost, here's what it's supposed to see. You're going to have to come and cut this tree, which is helpful. You get some sight here, but you'll notice you actually don't see the camp. If it was stacked, I guess you might see it because they kind of push each other out. But because they kind of huddle in this corner, you don't see them. So you actually have to come and cut 2 trees. And now you can see the edge here. And, you know, if you've got the time, go ahead and cut more, I suppose. But you at least need to do these 2 trees. And that will let you see one of these creeps. And it's just a, like I said, a +1 MMR thing. Because while you're standing here laying the lane, you decide, I gotta go pull. It does take a bit of time to walk over and find out that, oops, the camp was blocked. I kind of wasted my time running back and forth. And if I see it's blocked immediately, I can buy the sentry, you know, 10 seconds sooner, have it out on its way. So it's not going to win you games off the bat. But I mean, if your team has the Quelling Blade, then there's no reason not to give yourself this little advantage. And in fact, if you even want to cut more trees, get more vision around the outpost, sure, why not? But you don't really need that much. So I think just seeing the small camp is the most useful feature. So go ahead and tell. The thing is, many of you supports don't start with the Quelling Blade. I know I don't. So I have to ask my carries to do it. And that can be intimidating. But I really recommend it. It's useful. Share it with the carry so that this, you know, becomes more popular. So we won't have to ask people to cut it. They will just know, hey, let's cut some of these trees so we can see the camps. It's pretty useful. All right, thanks for watching. See you.